Hey everyone, this is Shoby. Welcome back to my channel where I review products that I absolutely love. Now, anyone who's been a music producer or a mixing engineer or just an audiophile knows the brand Audio-Technica. They've been making excellent products for decades, and one of the most famous products was, of course, the ATH-M50 headphones. They were wired headphones which thousands of people have come to love and use. And today I'm bringing the Audio-Technica ATH-M50xBT2. It's the newest version of the ATH-M50, but with a few minor changes which make this product exceptional. So let's dive right into it. So firstly, let's get into the packaging. It's fairly simple packaging where you get a pair of headphones, the jack cable to connect it to your laptop or the audio interface, you get a USB-C to USB-A cable, and a few user manuals. Now I love the fact that this also comes with a nice little leather pouch which makes it easy to carry. Besides that, it's pretty much all that you get with the packaging. So let's dig a little deeper into the product design. What's different compared to the previous ATH-M50? Now the good news is Audio-Technica has maintained the same level of construction, the same design, and the same materials, which is great. The previous ones could take a really good beating, and I'm pretty sure the new BT2s can as well. They're quite light at around 300 grams. They have this nice little foldable design, which is great if you're carrying them on the go. You can fold them flat and lay it into your bag, which is great. You have a little bit of plastic on both the edges, but anyone who's used the previous edition knows that these headphones can take a beating. You have a nice cushion little headband here with this nice little leather ear pads. So overall, not a big design change when compared to the previous design, which is great. I love the fact that because these headphones come with a leather bag, you can easily carry them everywhere. So overall, great design. I'm glad that it stays just the way it is. A little bit different in this one is that these are Bluetooth enabled, which means you have a few extra buttons on the left side here. You have your USB-C charging port. You have your normal wired cable input here, which you can connect to your laptop or your audio interface. And you of course have your Bluetooth button here to switch on the device, volume controls, etc. So overall, well built. Happy to see that they haven't made big changes, and I'm pretty sure from a build quality, everyone's going to be quite pleased with it. Now, while we are talking about the product build, I also want to get into a little bit about the features. Now, this thing can of course be used with a normal wire which goes into the jack port here and plugs into your laptop or your audio interface. But what I was really excited about was to test the Bluetooth capability. Now this thing is equipped with Bluetooth 5.0 and something called multi-device pairing technology, which basically means I can connect to two devices simultaneously and switch between them. So I tried this with my iPhone and my MacBook, and I was able to switch quite quickly. They connected instantly. No issues there. So overall, in terms of connectivity, it was great. Now I love the fact that I can have the choice to choose between wired and Bluetooth. Of course, when I'm producing, you need low latency, so I'm plugging into my cable and plugging that into my audio interface. But when I'm on the go, I don't really care too much about latency. So I'm on Bluetooth, I'm on the go, no cables, and I can connect that directly to my iPhone or to my MacBook, and I'm good to go. And I love that. I love the fact that I have a choice now without carrying dongle, which is a bit of a pain. Now let's talk a little bit about this Bluetooth wireless technology in this headphones. Now I've used this device for a couple of days, and Audio-Technica says this headphone can be used for about 50 hours of playback time. I've tested this rigorously in a lot of different scenarios, and honestly, I am super impressed. I've used these headphones. These things go way beyond 50 hours, and that is super impressive for this small little pair of headphones. So I've had days where I've got almost 55 hours or so, or sometimes even 60 hours. I love the fact that they have a fast charge function, so a 10-minute charge, and I can get a couple of hours of playback time with it, which is great if you're just in a hurry. So overall, in terms of Bluetooth, in terms of charging time, battery, amazing. No complaints there at all. So another great feature about these headphones is the fact that it comes with something called the Audio-Technica Connect app for iOS or for Android. For anyone who is looking to use different EQ profiles or EQ the sound in different ways while they're hearing, you can simply install the Connect app on your phone and make those changes there for the headphones. I've tested it out, but I'm personally a big fan of neutral sound. So I'm the last person who's going to go for different EQ profiles. But thankfully the option there exists, so that's a good thing. All right, so we've discussed the packaging, we've talked about the build quality. Now let's look into the sound, the most important part. of this video. Anyone who's used a previous pair of ATH-M50s, they know that those things sound incredible. They have a neutral sound, flat response, and just amazing for mixing or producing on the go. Thankfully, Audio-Technica has maintained that sound response, the quality of sound, the frequency response. This is a neutral pair of headphones. This is perfect for anyone who's looking for a pair of headphones to mix, to produce, who's looking for a neutral sound and not over-exaggerated frequencies. So for those of you out there who are bass heads or looking for something super over-exaggerated in terms of bass frequencies or mid-range or highs, this might not be for you, because these are professional grade and these are amazing and what they're meant to do, and that's give a neutral sound. Now, I've tested these in comparison to my biodynamic DT770s, and to be honest, everything I've produced on both of those headphones have translated really well on different sound systems, be it club sound systems, cars, AirPods, laptops, etc. So that's amazing that these headphones can translate well into other audio systems and other speakers, because that's exactly what you're looking for as a music producer and as a mixing engineer. So big ups to Audio-Technica to maintain that sound response and that frequency. That's exactly what we're looking for, and I'm glad that they haven't made any changes to that. These things are run with a 45mm driver, which has more than enough power for bass, mid-range, for highs to really give you that punch needed in your headphones. So some of the other features which make these headphones stand apart is the fact that they support LDAC and AAC codecs, which are great. I love the fact that these headphones come with 2 built-in microphones for anyone who's into conference calls or taking calls on the go. They have something called beamforming technology, and honestly, I've tested it and the calls have been crystal clear, so that's great. So this is a test of me using the built-in microphone within these headphones. Let me know how these sound. I love the fact that these things connect with any device without a lot of work, if that makes sense. So a lot of Bluetooth headphones take a lot of time to connect to devices, a lot of disconnecting, reconnecting, etc. With these, they just work right out of the box. No firmware updates needed, no plugging in the device, no switching it on and off. These things just simply work, and I love that it just works right out of the box. All right, so what's my final take on this new ATH-M50 BT2s? Honestly, I've loved the ATH-M50. I use them on a daily basis along with my biodynamic headphones, and I love the fact that Audio-Technica has brought that legacy onto this new version. The same sound response, the same frequency response, the build quality is excellent. So overall, great package. I love the added functionality of Bluetooth, microphones, everything just works right out of the box without a lot of pain. And I love the fact that this comes in at a price point of around $170, which honestly is a no-brainer. So you really get exceptional value for that price point. So overall, that's a thumbs up from me. Great product, I love it. Probably the only thing which I would have wished that Audio-Technica did was add in a small little audio jack for the 3.5mm cable, so that people can plug this into other devices such as a mixer or an audio interface. But honestly, most of us have that jack lying around anyways, so no biggie there. But overall, great product, and I can highly recommend anyone to get these if you're looking for a good pair of neutral headphones, which can be used in the studio but also wirelessly on the go. That's all from my side. Stay tuned for more such reviews.